football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. And the Spartans will get us started with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will go on the attack first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But
turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Scrambling away. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Across the 25, he's got room. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Sparty. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too.
There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
Going to swing it on second down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Boyd. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Spartans want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Boyd. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10.
And that's another first down.
The run to the right. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. Still running at the 40. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great throw, great timing. You could see his receiver breaks for the out route. He's in stride, in rhythm, hits him so he can get upfield and get the ball in the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Motion from the back. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught behind the line. It's Bland. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Spartans racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. On on 3rd and long. He's going to have to throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get this drive started from the 29. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
The inside handoff. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Handoff to Jones. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
The throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. They've got the screen set up. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jones. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Turning it on. Good pick up there. They'll move the change, and they're set up at the 41.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Finds his man. It's Bland. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Spartans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Going right to work up top. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jones. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the back. There he goes. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
He wants to change this route. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got his man to the left. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hilton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. Skips away from pressure. Running to Green. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming. Well done.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. This time he's got his man. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. A new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game, because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Spartans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got him in the flat. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Absolutely perfect. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing.
And the Badgers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. On the run, it's Bland. Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
With the catch, it's Smith. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. And if he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Spartans headed quickly to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Spins away from the defense. Touchdown, Sparty! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're setting up the screen, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. On the move, he fires. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Here's the handoff. Creates a little room. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 10. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. They'll run it on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. The Badgers in the hurry-up. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a gap. It's Bland. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. And the Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. And the Spartans are flying down the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They've been running it, but now the pass. Finds his big tight end. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it inches away from the touchdown.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. Got enough space. Touchdown, Badger. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Spartans want to crank the tempo. They'll give it to the back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. We reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Try to get it to the edge. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Hold.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Barry Johnson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hilton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Badgers are rolling down the field.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll run this play from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The Spartans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points now. They get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody...
Breaks it inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an... And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Power football with the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Under fire. Touchdown, Smarty. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Bears the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Bunch formation for these receivers. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Got it on the outside. It's Hilton. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab on the right. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Hilton. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Pulls it in. It's Hilton. Snowed under by the defense. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw again. Got a man. It's Hilton. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Up-tempo for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Badgers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. And the Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. The quarterback takes a knee. A hostile environment can